Animal welfare is about being responsible for the animals in your care. You want to make sure that you're doing the right things in the right way.
The easiest way to understand animal welfare is by using the 5 freedoms approach. We make sure the animals' 5 freedoms are protected in an abattoir by having good facilities and well-trained staff who handle and slaughter livestock humanely.
Good animal welfare starts with good facilities. Any problems such as broken gates, drain covers, slippery floors or surfaces, or uneven lighting should be reported to your supervisor.
There are key areas in the processing plant where animal welfare needs to be carefully monitored, such as when stock arrive at the plant and are unloaded, in the lairage and holding areas, where animals are being moved to the slaughter floor, and when they are stunned and slaughtered.
At every point when animals are being handled, people have to make sure that they're being treated quietly and humanely.
Stock are unloaded slowly so they don't trip and fall on the ramp. Injured or sick animals are put in special yards so they can be checked. Really sick or injured stock are euthanized as soon as possible. In the yards, stock must always have access to water, and stock handlers should regularly check for sick or injured stock. Stock are always moved quietly through the yards with no shouting or hitting. It takes skill and patience to move stock out of the forcing pan and along a race. This is where there can be real animal welfare issues. Here, less noise and less use of goads means better animal welfare.
Everyone involved in handling livestock has a responsibility for animal welfare. This includes truck drivers, stock handlers and slaughtering personnel. Remember that poor livestock handling causes stress and injuries. And a stressed animal is more likely to charge and injure a stock handler.
It's important to be on the lookout for any signs of stress or injury when working with animals. Stressed animals tend to stand out because they behave differently. They pant, start fighting, and cattle bellow when stressed.
If you see an animal and you think it's stressed or injured, go and get your supervisor. If you work with livestock, your SOPs and your work instructions will tell you what your animal welfare requirements are at your plant. Whatever your job, animal welfare is everybody's responsibility. Animal welfare is serious stuff. If you don't follow the rules, you could be breaking the law, costing the company money and affecting the quality of the meat.
Animal welfare is a legal requirement. Processing companies and workers are required to minimise the pain and stress experienced by livestock. Nowadays, people are more concerned about how animals are treated, and it is not acceptable for animals to suffer or become unnecessarily stressed. Poor livestock handling can result in poor product quality. Stressed animals can produce dark cutting carcasses and meat with shorter shelf life. Animals that have been poorly handled are also more likely to be bruised, and this reduces the value of carcasses. Our customers, such as big supermarkets and fast food outlets, require processing plants to have excellent animal welfare practices. Customers audit animal welfare at plants to ensure handling and slaughtering are all best practice. Poor animal welfare can cause plant closures.
Good animal welfare makes for a safer workplace, good quality meat and secure jobs. So making sure animal welfare is kept at a really high standard makes good sense.
These videos were filmed at Oakey Beef Exports in Queensland. They show the facilities and procedures that are followed at Oakey. These may differ from what occurs at other meat processing plants, but every effort has been made to show correct procedures for common jobs and roles within the industry. The content in these films has been developed with the assistance of industry sources and references current legislation. However, Mintrac accepts no responsibility for any consequence of oversight, misinterpretation or error in the material. The material does not purport to be a substitute for your own legal obligations, and Mintrack recommends it be used only as a guide to training.